second option would be to go onto like a community website where MicroBot has their thingiverse.com, which is a free access website where people can upload items that they've created in 3D for other people to print around the world. So you can get like headphones, you can get like statues, you can get even like buildings and things like that. Those small things.
Will it will it change the way you used to work? Like back then, from now, does it change?
I think for us, we've been a little more creative with what we're trying to bring out with 3D printer. Like right now, we're actually printing one of the lower bones for a skeleton of a shark. We had one up there, but it got basically handled a lot and broke, so we're printing out new pieces, which is really easy to do and doesn't take as much time as we thought it would.
I read somewhere that 3D printing has environmental effects. Do you think these environmental effects are positive or negative?
Actually, I think they're going to be more positive because why? Because they're going to be taking plastics from landfills, especially from like either old computer equipment, printers, all of those kind of devices are made with ABS plastic, which will be used on different types of printer, where they can take that plastic, crush it, melt it, and make the filament that's used to actually print out these objects. And also I know for another company, 3D Systems, they actually have one that's partnered up with Coca-Cola, where they're actually recycling their bottles and using the recycled materials from those bottles to work as the filament for theirs.
Do you think it will help you in like the future, or this help you like more often?
Yeah, I think it will. I mean, if you are a person that's really creative, or a person who's just like a hobbyist, or just trying to learn something new, I think it will basically take people a little further in their creativity and also just their urge to learn something new. For me, my background is more for game design. So I can take my own 3D models of characters I've drawn and make figurines, or I can make other things for like gaming or stuff like that. So for me, it's actually pushed me a little more to get better at my 3D model. So that's one thing I really like about the printer, because I knew about them from military for submarines. So there's just a lot of different things that I like about it, and something you can actually have in your home instead of something big, giant, commercial that's like $20,000.
How do you think 3D printing will affect other technology areas, technological areas?
I don't think it really will affect them. I mean, there are big differences between commercial printers and industrial printers. Industrial printers will cost like about $20,000 and up, and they will print much faster at a much higher quality. Yes, but this right here will help everyday people basically create something and prototype it. So they can actually go up to a bank and say, I have an idea for like
Commander 526, Commander 526.
Most times, most investors want to see what you're trying to make. So with a printer, you can develop it and do revisions. And there are actual devices that will allow you to reuse your old filament. Break it down, like I said, and then string it out again, and you can just reuse it. So they can sit there and just plan and have a final product, go to a bank and get a loan. It's more appealing for the actual everyday person.
What is one negative thought about the 3D?
One negative thought? It's hard to say. I mean, there's a lot of different things. I mean, price is understandable. I mean, it's new technology. That's what any new technology out there, so it's going to be really expensive, but eventually it'll go down. So for anyone who's like barely hearing about it, they see the price tag, and they're like, oh, why? And it's understandable. That's probably one of the negatives, but there are a lot of different ways to either create your own 3D printer from scratch or buy one pre-done. And basically just works straight out of the box. So if you're more hands-on, I say try and build one for a lot less, but if you're not, definitely go this route with a pre-built system. And also you have a ton of people who basically back this and also know it inside and out and how it works and how to take care of it if you have any issues with it.
What are the positive effects of the 3D printer compared to your normal 2D printer?
Positive ones, let's say, for example, like we have like we actually printed out a whole bunch of door stops. This might sound funny, but we printed out a whole bunch of door stops for doors in our bath for training rooms and whatnot. Because the ones that we had on there that were built into the doors, we didn't have the finances to actually go out and purchase new ones, although we could, but we're like, you know what, let's print this thing up, see how it works. And we just printed out a whole bunch of them using one spool, and we had enough to basically fill most of the doors here in the store off of one spool.